What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be a UI challenge, guys. It's been some time since I did a UI video and a lot of people were requesting me for one of these, so yeah, here we go. In this video we are going to be recreating these two screens that are shown here, and yeah, let's get started. That's it, let's get started, guys. We'll first do the screen on the left. Okay, this seems like a detailed screen that has come from here, right? That has been the user has tapped on something here, and then he was taken to this detail screen. So this we'll do second, while this we'll start with. Okay, in this video, if we in this screen, if you apply the 1369 rule, then 1 will be this entire screen. If you divide it into 3, then this button, this part, and this part will be 1, and this part will be 2, and this side navigator bar will be 3, right? And if we divide it into 6, then anyway, we'll just divide it into 3 and go on from there. I don't think we need to break it down further. So let's start with 1. We'll do this and this. Okay, I'm not going to be using a navigator bar, since I think this search bar will be present in all the screens. We just need to update this content inside here. Anyway, let's get started, guys. This I have already covered in a lot of videos, this buttons, placing buttons, and this. So let's get started. Me just talking about it. This is a blank scaffolded app that I just created, and I have some assets, some images here, and I also have 3 plugins. I'll show these: Flutter icons, Google fonts, and smooth star rating. Okay, and let me get back into main.dart, and I'll remove all this extra stuff that the app comes with. We have a stunning blank app. Let's just go ahead and create a couple of folders. One will be the constants, the next one would be screens. Fine. And inside the constant, we'll create a file called color palette. One good thing I like about this particular design, I don't think I have done any previous designs of him before. One good thing is he always provides the colors and the name of the font. So yeah, special thanks to Imran Hossein for doing this for us, especially for developers like us. Now let's just move on. We'll first place these 2 buttons. No, we'll first place a stack. We just need to differentiate between these colors, right? I don't know if you could see this on the video, but this color is white, and this color is different from this color. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's first bring in all the colors. Fine, I just have a list of colors, that's it. And this list of colors, it's not something that I just pasted here. I just took it from here. He even gives the color code, the hex code, right? So I took that code and then placed it here. That's it, no other fancy thing in this. And then inside the screens, let's just create a fine dashboard dot and details dot. Dashboard, we'll just start with. Okay, the first thing we do is create a stateful widget. Fine. And then we import material as usual, and then inside this, what we'll do is, instead of returning a container, we just return a scaffold. Children, this will be a container. First I will place a container at the bottom to just use where screen height equals media. Alright guys, now you can see that the top part is done. This part is done, right? Sorry, this part is done. Now we'll just go ahead and create this search bar and this simple text. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we now got the search bar as well, right? So this is done, this entire part is done. Now let's go ahead and do this side navigation bar. Side navigation bar, there is a small tweak guys. This is not going to be a navigation bar like I said, because this text and this search bar is going to be common for all the screens. What you need to do is just change the content here. So rather than doing it like a navigation bar, I'll show you a different way to like make this like a option bar, at the same time change this content. Okay, so let's get into the code here and then let's start working. After this position, Alright, now we have like 5 files, right? Let's just go ahead and declare them so that we can use them in a list. So I'll just go ahead, and as soon as I enter the state, where 0 will be the default option, and I'll have a list of all options. Inside this list I'll have black, gold, cold brew, Nescafe, McCafe, gold brew. Fine. And inside this, what we'll do is we'll do a list is selected. We'll have like an array of false. Okay, what is this? Okay, there is some way to do all the imports. I don't know how to do that. Fine. Now how are we going to use that to make this selectable? Is selected of index. If it is selected, we just need to write container color. Alright, now we have this, when whichever option is selected, there will be a small dot on top of the selected option. That's why I added that. The next thing we need to do is just if it is false, then I'll just do a container. This will again have the same thing, the only difference would be the color would be transparent. Otherwise, if we just include a blank thing here, the alignments would mismatch. Fine. And then the only difference here would be colors dot transparent, and save this. Okay, now you can see a small dot on the screen, right? That is because wait, we'll just create the title so that we can give some meaning to that particular dot. After this container, just add a sized box with a very small height. And then gesture detector on tap. You understand what I'm doing here, right? We already have an array here, guys. Wait, I'll show you. Here we have an is selected array. list, and inside this we are giving true for the first element, because selected option 1 is going to be by default 0. So if I say for instance if I tap on this and this needs to become true, then not only do we need to set this to true, we also need to set this to false, right? So how do I know if I am tapping on this? That's why I am sending this where is it, index each and along with each and every title. So I know I am tapping on this Nescafe when the index is 2, right? So all I need to do is just while as soon as the user is tapping on it, I am just going to call a function called this option selected and then pass the index on to that. So that this option selected, what it will do is it will just take whichever value was true previously and then select the new value to be true, and whichever value was true previously will be set to false. So this will give the appearance that the user is selecting and the selection automatically changes. Okay, you'll understand this better when you actually see it on the device rather than me talking about it. So now that we have inside the gesture detector, we can write more stuff. We just need to wait below the set state. After this on tap child text title, and below this I'll add the styles for that particular thing. Here as well we need to give two styles. One is the selected color. If you see on the wait, I'll show you. Here if you see, there is a selected color and a deselected color, right? You need to give that effect as well. So what I'll do is I'll just save this. Wow, now you can see the effect, right? Now you can see this effect, right? It's really stunning. If you just tap on, cool, right? It works fine. But where is this text? We just created a text here, right? Inside each and everything we are returning a text, and if you notice, none of these have any text even when selected. That is because we just built the side navigator. If you remember, we just built the side navigator and we didn't include anything for this section. So what I'll do is, just for a demo, I'll just include some we'll just give the child as all options of selected option. You understand what's happening here, right? This all options is nothing but the one that we just created here. All options which contains all the names of all these widgets. This black gold is nothing but a widget, guys. Nothing fancy in this. I have it created here, right? This is the one that's going to be returned there. And what's happening here is the selected option is nothing but the one that we are setting from setting whenever the user taps on something. Wait, I'll show you. See, here we are selecting the selected option, right? So whenever the user taps on something, the selected option will change to a particular index, and when it changes, since we are using that inside a set state, this should automatically change as well. So thereby giving the effect of, wait, you'll see that. Here you can see it now, it is cold brew, right, on the screen. Wait. Here you can see it is as a cold brew, right? If I tap on black gold, changing automatically to black gold. If I tap on Nescafe, it's changing to Nescafe, McCafe, Gold Brew. It's automatically changing, right? You can see this on the mobile device. So yeah, this is exactly what we want here. Now we have this cool sidebar or side options bar that whenever we tap will not only change the color and add a small selection dot on top, it will also change the content here inside this particular screen. The content will be in such a way that the search bar and the text will always be preserved, whereas inside only the options inside that will change. That's the core functionality here, right? Functionality while building this UI. So let's go on and do this part as well. This is a colorful part, right? Let's go on and do this part. Now, if you remember at the beginning, we talked about the 1369 rule. 1 is done, 2 is done. We are going to be doing the third. Once the third is done, then we can move on to the screen, right? So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just do one screen, the cold brew screen, okay? Because that's the one that is selected here, and that's the one that's here. So we'll just do the cold brew screen. But the rest of ones will be exactly done in the similar way. So let's go ahead here and then click on cold brew and try to design that screen. All right, now if you notice carefully, there is a doodle arc behind in this as well, guys. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but if you open this link in your browser and check that, there is a doodle art here behind this entire image, and there is this color shade on that on top, and then on top of both of these there is this image and this price. So let's go ahead and do all these. It's not going to be tough, guys. It's creating that effect is not going to be that tough, honestly. All right, now we have it with the doodle art as well, right? Let's just go ahead and fill this up with the rest of the stuff, content. First we'll place the image. Cool, right? Now let's go ahead and add the rest of the content. This is this part and this part. Alright, now we have this entire menu item, right? We'll just go ahead and add this as well, and adding that is like a 2-minute job. All we need to do is add cool, right? Now you can just scroll and notice that we have done these 2 screens, right? You can, if you click on something else, it's just you can have a similar set of options in all these navigation sets. Now you might ask me why there is too much space between the search bar and the top of the bottle, right? That's because otherwise if I scroll up, now if you notice it's going just below the search bar, right? If there wasn't this space, then if I scroll up, the bottle will obviously overlap the search bar, and that would be like a dysfunctional UI, right? That wouldn't look good. So that's the reason why I added that space. You can like try editing that. Yeah, you can try editing these 2 values, and then you will realize what I'm talking about. Okay, you can obviously, if you edit this top value, then this space will reduce, right? So try editing that, and then you will realize why I added that particular thing. Now the next screen, this screen is done. This screen is now done. We have this nice looking cold brew screen. The next thing is this screen. The next screen is this one. This is nothing but a detail screen. This is derived from this screen. This is a child screen of this screen. Whenever we tap on one of these options, it should take us to the screen. That's it. So let's go ahead and do this as well. It was a long video, but yeah, we have now completed both of these screen, guys. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. We first created this screen which has a search bar and some icons here, as well as a side navigation, side options bar, along with this. That works perfectly as well, right? Now similarly, you can load the list of products in these options as well, so that they can be shown here. All these are independent, as you can see here. Each and everything is a separate widget, guys, like I showed here, right? So you can make use of these. Probably you should put them in their own folder. And not only that, we have this nice looking options, tapping on which the hero animation works perfectly, and we are being taken to the detailed screen exactly like we have in our design spec. And so yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to show you guys today. This is another awesome design that we just made. Hope this video helped you guys. If you found this helpful, kindly hit the like button, and if you found it really helpful, kindly share it with someone and help them too. And if you would like to watch more cool videos like this, kindly subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of videos, guys. I made a lot of videos, but I haven't got time to edit all those. So in the coming weeks, I'll just edit those and then upload them, keep uploading them continuously. So subscribe to my channel to watch more cool stuff like this. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.